Alright, in this video we are going to talk about parallelograms. In the first problem we are not given a diagram of the parallelogram, WTHS, therefore we must draw one. Remember, when we're drawing a parallelogram it has to have four sides. That's the only main thing we're looking for. The second part that's really important is how we label it. WTHS, where I put W does not matter. If I start here though, it does matter where I put TH and S. Go clockwise and go in order. W to T to H to S. Okay. Then we look at our properties. We have both pair of opposite sides are congruent. WT is congruent to HS. And TH is congruent to WS. Second, both pair of opposite angles are congruent. Angle S is congruent to the angle opposite, which is angle T. And then angle W is congruent to its angle that is opposite, which is H. Consecutive angles are supplementary. I won't put that into the diagram, but it means angle T and H, they're consecutive, they add to 180 degrees. Same would be true for angles S and H, angles W and S, angles W and T. Diagonals bisect each other, means if I draw this segment in connecting S and T, I draw the segment in connecting W and H, those are my diagonals. In every parallelogram they bisect each other. That would mean this segment is congruent to this segment, and this segment is congruent to this segment. All four segments here are not congruent. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of those just so we can use our picture a little bit easier possibly. And start here. Angle W is 2x minus 3. That's this angle. And angle S is 71 degrees. That's this angle here. So using our properties, we have for angles either opposite angles or consecutive angles. These are consecutive angles. That makes them supplementary. I know then that 2x minus 3 plus 71 is equal to 180. And through the magic of video, x is equal to 56. The next set of information here is telling us that segment TH is 4y plus 8, so from T to H. Segment HS, this segment here, is 32, and segment WS, this segment here, is 5y minus 3. So this is all dealing with segments. This is the one that's kind of the oddball. We don't know anything about this segment. So all we know for a fact here is that segment TH and segment WS are congruent. Congruent means they are equal. So in my decision-making process, I set segment WH equal to segment TH. I can set 5y minus 3 equal to 4y plus 8. Solving for y here, y is equal to 11. A second type of parallelogram problem that we will see quite often in this chapter looks like this. We're not told it's a parallelogram. You have to tell me why it is a parallelogram. This is very specifically a two-part problem. What I'm looking for in part A is not anything to do with these angles or with x. Part A is all about what's marked congruent, what's marked parallel, what's marked supplementary, things like that. It's about the reasons why a quadrilateral can be shown or proven to be a parallelogram. In this particular case, these segments tell me that CH is congruent to SR. These marks show me that CH is parallel to SR. That is what allows me to conclude that this is a parallelogram, because CHRS is a parallelogram since one pair of opposite sides is congruent. That's what these marks told us. And these marks tell us that they are parallel. That's what I would have to state here. Another option that we see sometimes is that both pair of opposite sides are congruent. That makes it a parallelogram. Or both pair of opposite sides are parallel. Or both pair of opposite angles are congruent. Those are just some of the options we have for up here. But the focus on part A is not anything to do with X. The focus on part B is X. Now part A tells me it's a parallelogram. That allows me to use all of the other parallelogram properties. Mainly that angle C and angle H are consecutive angles. Consecutive angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. So 4x plus 63 plus x plus 7 is going to equal 180 degrees. And when we solve, we wind up with x equal to 22. Be sure you understand how to solve these two types of parallelogram problems, as they will appear on quizzes and/or tests and/or the final exam.